All right, speaking of Tennessee in tonight's game, they take on the Cowboys. Very interesting set of circumstances here. For all intents and purposes, this game of no consequence when it comes to winning the AFC South and getting into the postseason for Tennessee. So what's their motivation tonight against Dallas?
Get out of the game healthy, and their injury report reads like the starting roster. But for Tennessee, if you're Malik Willis, you've shown enough spark and sparkle. You need to put it together for an entire game. He still had a chance to win the game last week, but you have to get better. But for the Titans, especially the defense, their secondary gave up over 300 yards in the past couple of games in the air. They've got to fix that. So for the Titans, can you develop Malik Willis, and can you try and get out of this game healthy to play the game of your life next week against the Jacksonville Jaguars for not only your playoff position, but for that AFC South title?
Is there a weird balancing act there with Malik Willis? You not want to put too much on tape for the Jags for next week?
You have to play to win. And absolutely, you do want to keep some plays close to the vest, but you want to work on what Malik Willis has not perfected yet. He's still looking at one receiver for too long. He's not throwing with anticipation. So if I'm the offensive coordinator for the Tennessee Titans, I'm working on 4 wide sets, 3 wide receivers, 5 wide receivers, and really getting Malik Willis to understand the next step he has to take as a quarterback, which is learning how to diagnose a defense and deliver the ball early. If they can do that in this game, it doesn't matter if they win or lose because it gives them a better shot to win next week.
All right, about 45 seconds left here, Ryan. For the Cowboys, other side of that game, they could still end up winning the NFC East, 2 games out with 2 to go. Do you think they catch the Eagles?
I don't think they catch the Eagles, but they have to win the game tonight if they want a chance. Nobody wants to go to Philadelphia in January. I mean, maybe people living there, but that's going to be a tough place to play. You could also be looking at playing at the Vikings. So for the Cowboys, not only do they have to win this game to stay in contention for home field advantage, but they also have to practice the killer instinct. They have not put a team out yet in this kind of stage with Dak Prescott and their team to where that they can really focus on being themselves as champions. This isn't a path to the playoffs for the Cowboys. This is a path to a championship. Now, they're going to have Micah Parsons and Tony Pollard as questionable, but this is about Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott, and a defense that gave up a ton of yards to Gardner Minshew last week. They've got to find a way to win and put a team out that literally has nothing to play for. That has to happen for the Cowboys, not just for the playoff standings, but for that mentality as a team that they have to discover if they're going to win a championship this year.
Yep, seeding very important this time of year. Ryan Harris, thank you so much. For more on the NFL, check out the All Things Covered podcast. Brian McFadden, Patrick Peterson. P2 gives his thoughts on J.J. Watt's career, plus he previews that Vikings matchup against the Packers.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.